Today we're going to begin by finding the area of composite figures. So as you see, it says for level 1, cut each figure into two shapes. Find the area of each shape and then add together to find the figure's total area. So in this shape we have a triangle, and then we can create this part into two rectangles, or rectangle and square. So we're going to make a rectangle square. So this rectangle is 3 width and a height of 6. We know from our formula for the area that it's base times height. So 6 times 3 is 18. So that's going to be our area of our rectangle. Then we're going to do a square. We have 3 by 3. We know that formula, base times height again, gives us 9. And for a triangle, our base is going to be 3. We're going to have a height of 2. We know the formula for a triangle is base times height times half. That formula is going to give us an answer of 3 for our area of our triangle. To find the area of this whole figure now, we can add the different areas we just found. So 18 plus 9 is 27, plus 3 gives us a total area of 30. Let's move to the level 2 practice. Cut each figure into two rectangles. Find the area of each, record it on the diagram, and then find the total. So if I cut right here, I'm going to have two rectangles. This rectangle has a height of 11 and a width of 30. Base times height, 30 times 11 gives us 330. Put it on our diagram and over here in our blank. And then down here we have 12 by 19, which is going to give us an area of 228. 12 times 19, 228. Fill it in. Then we can add these two together to find our total area. So 330 plus 228 is going to give us 558. Let's try some really challenging ones. This asks us to use clues to find the missing sides, break up the figure, and to find the area of each. So here you can see that we have a rectangle, a big huge rectangle with a cutout in the middle, which is also a rectangle. So let's find the area of this big huge rectangle first. So we have a base of 12, a height of 8. So we're going to multiply base times height. 12 times 8 is going to give us an answer of 96. Now let's find the area of this little rectangle inside. Well, we know the whole length across is 12. We know this little part is 3, and this little part is 3. 12 minus 3 is 9, minus this 3 leaves us with 6. So now we have a 6 by 5 rectangle, so 6 times 5, base times height, gives us 30. Now how are we going to find the area of the snowflake part? We can take this small rectangle and subtract it from this big rectangle to do that. So our big rectangle is 96. Subtract our small rectangle of 30, and that is going to leave us with 66. So that is the area of the snowflake section. Now let's look at this figure on the right. There's two ways to solve this problem. We're going to do it both. Let's start by cutting it into 3 sections. So I cut it right here and right here. Well, I know across here is 7, and I have a height of 3. So I can do my base times height. 7 times 3 gives me 21. And this figure down here, this part down here is going to be the same. This is 7 times 3, 21. Now over here I have 5 for the height for this part right in here. Now I gotta figure out what my width is gonna be. Well, I know the whole across up here is 7. This little chunk is 2. So 7 minus 2 gives me 5. So I'm gonna do base times height, 5 times 5, and get 25. Now I have these 3 areas, and I can add them together to find out the area of our figure. So 21 plus 25 plus 21 is going to give us a total of 67. When taking tests, it's always great to double check your work. And with this problem, we can double check our work by solving it another way. So see this little part over here? We can just add this little piece right back in. So I have a rectangle with a width of 7 and a height of 5, 3, and 3. 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 3 more is 11. So I'm going to do base times height and get 11 times 7, which is going to give me an area for the rectangle of 77. Now I need to cut out this little part, so I need to find the area of this to subtract. Well, I know it has a height of 5. Oh, and I see it has a width of 2. 5 times 2 gives me 10. So I'm going to do base times height, 5 times 2, which gives me 10. And now I can subtract the smaller rectangle from my big rectangle. So 77 minus 10 is going to give me 67, which is the same answer we got before. So now I think we're right.